Lesson 13, Fort Snelling. In 1805, Lieutenant Zebulon Pike and the Dakota Indians negotiated the sale of a small portion of land at the confluence of the Mississippi and Minnesota rivers and extending north to St. Anthony Falls. This site became home to Fort Snelling, which was built between 1820 and 1825. The fort and its location helped the United States government establish a strategic presence at the river junction. Its main goals were to protect the interests of the United States in the region's fur trade and to gain the friendship and cooperation of American Indian communities. The fort also became the center of expansion and growth in the region that would become Minnesota. Built on a bluff overlooking the confluence of the Mississippi and Minnesota rivers, Fort Snelling appeared quite imposing to anyone entering the region. But in its early years, Fort Snelling was extremely isolated, there being no supply post within hundreds of miles. The soldiers at the fort were given a variety of tasks, such as tending the large gardens, hauling supplies, cutting firewood, milling flour at St. Anthony Falls, and standing guard duty. In addition to being a military garrison, Fort Snelling served as the base of the St. Peter's Indian Agency. It was home to the Indian agent and served as a place for Indian diplomacy, including the signing of the 1837 treaty with the Sioux. More than a military garrison or Indian agency, during Minnesota's expansionist era, Fort Snelling was a center of all business, commerce, politics, and culture. The fort was surrounded with traders, voyagers, and American Indians alike. It acted as the passageway to the fur country and the meeting place for nearly all things in the region. Fort Snelling was a unique and vital post around which flourished the mixing of cultures and the growth of a new and lasting community. However, it may also be viewed as a landmark of oppression because it ushered in an era of imperialism and held thousands of Dakota prisoner in 1862, hundreds of whom died.